All right, so today we are going to go over your procedures, which is the steps of an experiment for your paper towel lab. Remember, our paper towel lab, we want to know the question, what brand of paper holds the most liquid? Which one is the most absorbent? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have your materials. When you are in class, you are going to collect 4 paper towel of each brand, one of each brand, so 4 total. So there's going to be 4 different brands. You're going to pick up each one of those, and then you're going to pick up your tray. On your tray, you're going to have a pie tin full of some water. You're going to have a graduated cylinder, and you're going to have a beaker. Okay? So from here, the very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to pick sheet number 1. So your first sheet of paper towel, and you're going to simply observe it. You're going to feel it. You're going to just see if it's thick, if it's thin, if it has patterns on it, if it doesn't have patterns. You can, without ripping it, does it feel strong? Does it feel weak? Okay, we don't want to rip it if we're doing that though. And your paper towel will be bigger than mine. I just want to mention that. I'm just saving on materials right now, so I split mine in half. So after you're done observing your paper towel, you're going to first write your observations in the data table, which you'll see next. Okay? When you're done writing your observations in the data table, you are going to move on to step 3. Submerge the paper towel in the water in the pie pan for 5 seconds. Okay? So we don't need to press it in the water. We're just simply going to submerge it into the water. Count for 5 seconds. 3, 4, 5. Then step 4, we're going to gently take it out of the pie pan, and we're not going to squeeze it. We're just going to gently shake it off the excess water. Once it's stopped dripping a lot, the next step in number 5, we're going to squeeze the water that remains in the paper towel into our beaker. So I'm going to take my paper towel, and then I'm simply going to just squeeze all of the water into the beaker. Okay? And it's really important, you want to squeeze it until all of the water comes out of your paper towel. Okay, so that's good there. So now that my paper towel is squeezed, I have my measurement of water. Well, now I want to record how much water I have in my beaker. But if we look, the water in my beaker does not come up to the measurement line in my beaker. It's too small. That's why we have our graduated cylinder. Our graduated cylinder is going to help us record a smaller amount. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pour my beaker water into my graduated cylinder so that I can make my measurement. When I'm making my measurement, okay, I'm going to look at my beaker, my graduated cylinder. You notice this line that says 10 right here, and the water is right below it, so we can count backwards. That's fine. So I have 10 here. I'm going to backwards 9, and it looks like it's at 8. So in my data table, I'm going to record 8 milliliters, ml, of water for the amount of water that was collected in my paper towel. Once you have gotten your description for brand A of your paper towel, and you've gotten your recording for how much water it held in brand A, you're going to take your graduated cylinder, you're going to dump it back in your pie pan, and then you are going to move on to brand B. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to observe your paper towel, put it in your pie tin, measure your water. Then you're going to do it again for brand C, and then finally for brand D. Every time you do your brand, you need to remember to fill in your data table before. Once you fill in your data table, you are then going to be able to tell me if your prediction, your hypothesis, was correct. So remember, our goal is to answer the question, what brand of paper towel holds the most liquid? You're going to make your prediction, what brand you think, before you start your experiment, and then you'll start your experiment.